Good morning, and welcome to God Damn the Devil and Coffee with Big Anderson. And that's me. Good morning, everybody. I gotta take these glasses off so I can see. We got a new set going on here this morning. Little new technology. Gotta love that. Thought I'd give it a shot this morning. Do a little tester. I kind of like it. I just want to start the morning. Y'all know what we're doing here. Get your cup of coffee ready. Ooh, there it is. Yeah. So what do we do here? Every morning we put the devil on the run to get our day started. So here we go. Say the morning Christian warrior prayer. God damn the devil and his cohorts to hell, death, and destruction in that lake of fire. And by God, may we all be standing around the edge watching and cheering it on. Looking forward to that day big time. And it's not that far away. Anyway, God damn the devil and his cohorts. Lord, give us the strength we need to get through this day that you provided and made ready just for us. And might we be used in some way to work your will today, Father, and to bring people to the good news of the gospel. Amen. All right. All right, so what do we got today? We got stuff. I haven't been here for a couple of days. As you know, I have a bed and breakfast here in my home, and this little studio that I'm broadcasting from is inside the rental portion. So when people stay here, I can't broadcast. So I did have a guest here, and then the day before, I did the recording, and boy, it was a humdinger. But the technology here screwed up, and chances are I screwed up the technology here. So I did do something a little different than I'd done before, so I know not to do that again. So there we are. All righty, so what do we got? Let's go share the screen this morning. And let's go over to the disciple machine. Here we are, everybody. Yay, we're live this morning. So the other day when I was doing it, I didn't. It was showing me live and recording, but when I came and looked at the screen while I was recording, I didn't see this live button, so I knew something was wrong. But it looks like we're live this morning, so that's all great. We're over here at the machine because I wanted to talk to you about, I've been kind of hard and heavy on some of the shows here and some of the content lately surrounding the goddamn the devil topic and calling out Jesus as somebody who wasn't all that all that. I can't say he wasn't loving because he certainly was loving, but he wasn't always nice. He had ways of telling people and putting people in their place, and so I had created this whole list of insults that Jesus used. At any rate, I just want to show you that I laid those down, and I've made them part of the machine courses now, and I'm gonna lighten the mood now. We're gonna start getting back to discipleship and what we all should be doing while we're here. But just let me show you right quick over in the classroom. If you scroll down to Goddamn the Devil, about this show, if you happen to be a new person reading, uh, the Goddamn the Devil episode, where I talk all about using the term goddamn, and that it's not a term that's using God's name in vain. You can watch that video here now. So I can always refer to this now and send people there, and I don't have to repeat myself a million times, which is kind of the point. Alrighty, and the other one is that I put it into the disciples toolbox. I showed you this the other day, but the comprehensive Jesus insults people comprehensive list. So now that is laid down here, and with all the insults that follow. So again, I can be able to point people to just what I'm talking about when they accuse me of being inflammatory and not being love, showing the love of Jesus Christ, which of course I do in every possible way, in every like way. They say, do what Jesus would do. Well, I do what Jesus does. People don't like it because that's not what they mean. Anyway, let's get on back over here to you lovely folks. Oh, shoot fire. You know what? Oh, hey, good morning, Gerald. Good to see you there, brother. We're going to have to do a little test one of these days about why I only see a little picture. I don't know if I'm cutting you off from being able to come live because I see that in here. Oh, yeah, see, look. If I hit that little button, camera. Oh, your camera is off and your microphone is off. Is that right? I don't know. I was trying to play with it a little bit there, but we're gonna have to test that so I can get people talking and we can do a little back and forth here going. But at any rate, where was I? So I put those in there so I don't have to come back and talk about them all the time. And then also, oh yeah, so you need to go back over. Was there something else on? No. So let me show you real quick here also while I'm getting started. Oh, so the I just want to mention that, the world's on fire these days over Iran. Iran's about to be on fire themselves. Let me share the screen here right quick. And if you remember, I have this website, I Ran to God, um, and it explains that in the Bible, a good portion of what is now called Iran was Elam. And the Bible, when you are talking about Iran and prophecy, you're talking about the Elam people and geography, and that's where it was. And this whole thing goes through and tells you exactly uh, the prophecies in the Bible that pertain to what's now Iran, which was then Elam, Persia, and all the things that they're going to go through. And they're going through them right now. We've already seen, if we go on the list here, on the introduction and whatnot, the chief of their might, that was the nuclear facilities taken out of their way. There's one in here that's not titled correctly. Maybe pray for Island, no. But there's one in here where it talks about disabling their arrows. And you remember that none of their missiles made it over across. We shot down every one of them, basically disabling. Now they don't have, very little air defense whatsoever. At any rate, so if you want to know what's going on with Elam, that's where to go. And I just want to show you one more thing. Let me share the screen again. Where am I? Where am I, everybody? I'm over here. Let me share the screen again. Hello. Oh, hey. Hey, Raven. Oh, so you turned your camera on? Oh, okay, great. Can you? Is your microphone on?
Yeah, testing.
I'll see. I can't hear. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if something I can do. No. Well, I'm not sure why I'm not hearing you, but I see you, so that's great. So we got to test this some other time, but I'm gonna get on with the show here. Where was I? I was on Iran. I wanted to show this one last screen here before we get off the topic of Iran, and that is to take you back over here to the pretribrapture.com because Iran's on fire and it's about to be on fire, and basically the short story is that they played a part in setting up the Psalm 83 war, but Iran had to be dealt with themselves. Pastor Joe uh, kind of taught that he didn't know if the Iran business was going to happen before the Psalm 83 war or during the Psalm 83 war. But I would say it's happening right now, and the Psalm 83 war is also uh, happening. And but the one thing that Iran has left, basically, they're going to be cut down, powerless, but the hierarchy isn't going to be removed. And they're going to be around for Armageddon. They're going to have influence on uh, bringing that last war around, but they've kind of get sidelined. But their big play left is that most likely Iran is going to be responsible for destroying the throne of the beast, the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great, which is now the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia. And here's the throne of the beast right here. If you look down here in the center, that's the Kaaba. That's that little black box that they all have to try to get there once in their lifetime to walk around and walk around and walk around, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into that later. But this whole facility now has been built where this big, giant hotel and facilities have all been built over above the Kaaba, with the clock tower being the highlight. And I just want to show you this video again. I showed it the other day, but this is what Iran's got left to do, to destroy this place in one day. One big frickin' explosion. And you know how Iran's going to do that, right? I figure Iran. We'll see what happens. But this is the throne of the harlot woman, the beast of Revelation, Islam. Okay, so that was just kind of the opening comments. I wanted to get on with um, showing a couple other things. I have been playing a new ad on Truth Social. Let me see if I can show that to you here right quick. Truth Social, Disciple Machine, Truth Social. Sure. So this is it. I've been advertising God Damn the Devil, and it's been doing really, really well. It's got a super high click-through ratio. That's the good news. I have no problem sending people to the About page. I mean, I have paid to send about, to date, probably 1,300 people. And unfortunately, that doesn't reflect in our membership. So it's a very tough thing to get people to join anything, let alone something as scary as the Disciple Machine, especially when they're coming from an ad like God Damn the Devil. I mean, you can imagine what these people, what's going on in their minds, whatnot, which is not my problem. That's God's problem. You know, I'm looking for the people that will react, and you know, never expected that to be throngs of people. But they're the ones I'm looking for, the misfits. All righty. So let's get back over here to you guys. If I can find you. If I can find you. There we go. All right. What else is on? Oh, gosh darny. One more time over here to the Disciple Machine. Boom. I think we're still on the insults. Yeah, but let's go over here to new members and welcome Timo Homer. Welcome, Timo. He joined yesterday or the day before. He was active 5 hours ago. He's been active since he joined, so we haven't heard much from him or anything. But just want to say hi. Welcome to the machine, Timo. We look forward to your participation, my friend. And Timo came here from the school network, as well as Sabrina, who joined the day before Timo, as well as Anthony Campbell. Now, that's significant, and I'm going to show you why. I kind of mentioned this the other day on the program I did that did not get recorded, but let me go show you something new that they are offering us here on the school platform, which are these new stats about where the visitors are coming from. Now, because I don't pay the $100 a month yet, I'm looking forward to it someday, but not until this platform pays for it. I'm not paying for it myself. I just don't have two pennies rubbed together for that. But in the meantime, it shows us the school network stats only. So here we see six people have come from the school network, and that is a 33%, meaning one third of our members right now. Is that right? Is school network 33%? If I go over here to visitors, so the school network has sent us 26 visitors. If I look at the conversion rate, here we go. 26 visitors and 6 signups just from the school network. That's a 23% conversion rate, which is fantastic. So I'm at about a 1% or less conversion rate out of all the people I sent, out of the 1,200 clicks I got, plus all the other things that are happening. We're all over the place now. We're getting spread out pretty good. And school network isn't there's been all these other places. Facebook, I can see, direct, YouTube maybe. Anyway, other places are sending us. And remember, I culled the herd. We had at one point 35 members, and I took out 8 or 9 the other day. So that kind of changed all of our numbers. But this is what we're looking at. And just real quick, also, if we go over to Discovery, we can see we're ranked at number 213 in the category of spirituality. So there are thousands and thousands and thousands of communities in the spirituality community topic category, excuse me, and we're 213, which isn't bad considering we only got a handful of members and very little activity. If you guys would start being more active in the group, we would raise our ranking even more. Now what's this? I got a notification. Oh, from Tanya. She's busy. Hi, Tanya. This girl, she has a community of her own. She was early in joining us here, and she's a busy girl. She really works her community, and I enjoy reading and watching what's going on over there. All right, let's get back to you all. I think that covers what I wanted to go there. So the topic of the day is a new. So I'm going back, of course. Topic of the day is a new course that I've added to the Disciple Machine. I'm going to go over here again, go over to the classroom, and you see now we have a new course called Discipleship 101. I've labeled a prime course, and I've put it as the very first course to watch after the introduction about entering the machine. So again, real quick, the Enter the Machine is the actual 5-week course to turn you into a working disciple, to create a ministry for you, and to give you the tools needed to get out there and spreading the gospel on your own, which is what we're all here for. It's what I created this place for. It wasn't for me to talk. It was for me to try to equip the members with what they need to get out there and start spreading the good news of the gospel themselves. But going back to Discipleship 101, Pastor Courts just started this. Uh, I don't believe in coincidences. And so this Discipleship 101 is uh, not completed yet because he just started, but he just set this part 2 this morning. So we have parts 1 and part 2. And I wanted to just take a look at part 1 this morning. So the Discipleship 101 is a comprehensive study of the history of discipleship from the declaration of the Great Commission to the times we are living in and how it applies to you. This is presented by Pastor Joseph Course of Faith Cometh by Hearing Ministries, and you can read each part if using the link wheel here to the left. So we're going to go to part 1, called Disciple Maker Part 1, From Following to Being Formed. There is a divine progression in Scripture that cannot be ignored, a movement from disciple to disciple maker. And that's where we are. Everybody's a disciple, and it's going to say that in here, whether they know it or not. And we're trying to move them from understanding, that there's a discipleship phase two that comes with your salvation, and turn them into disciples that are working, and they're out there trying to be disciple makers. And it begins not with strategy, but with authority. In the gospel, Matthew 28:18 through 20, Jesus stands before his followers after his resurrection and declares that all authority in heaven and earth had been given to him. Before he commands them to go, he reminds them who he is. The mission rests on his sovereignty. The weight of the commission is carried by the one who conquered death. And yet, in that sacred moment, Scripture tells us that when they saw him, they worshiped, but some doubted. Even at the threshold of history's greatest assignment, doubt lingered in some hearts. So there's Christ standing in front of them, resurrected. He's getting ready to sail off onto the blue. He's telling them, uh, what they need to do after he leaves, which is to be disciples, to go make disciples. And people in the crowd still had doubt. With that man standing, the resurrected Jesus Christ standing in front of them. So that just shows you, the warfare they're up against. That detail should humble us. The Great Commission was not entrusted to flawless men. It was given to worshipers still learning faith. That's us. But what is remarkable is this: doubt did not disqualify them. Whatever uncertainty, flickered in their minds was overwhelmed by obedience. These same men would go on to suffer, preach, endure imprisonment, and ultimately surrender their lives for the message they were commanded to carry. The presence of doubt did not define them, surrender did. Man, you guys got to read this over and over and over again, because this is discipleship, all right? When Jesus told them to baptize, many immediately interpret the word through one narrow lens. But the language carries a deeper meaning: identification, immersion, allegiance. Just as Israel was said to be baptized unto Moses, these disciples were to bring people into the identification with Jesus Christ himself. This was not merely about ritual, it was about transfer of loyalty. It was about bringing souls under the authority of the risen King. And that command was not limited to the 11 standing before him. He did not say, until the end of your lives. He said, until the end of the world. That means that the commission stretches across centuries and rests upon us today. Exactly, and that's where we are. We are at the end of the world, the final days. All right, and I just wanted to say real quick about baptism. Uh, when Jesus said to go out and baptize people, he didn't mean to dunk them in water. And I have a whole website about that called Baptizo. I didn't have it loaded up here, but maybe I'll get to that someday. At any rate, to understand this command fully, we must go back to the beginning. In the Gospel of Matthew 4:18 through 19, Jesus encounters fishermen casting nets into the sea and says, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." He does not ask them what they feel called to do. He does not consult their ambitions. He declares what he himself will cause them to become. That distinction matters. This was not self-appointed ministry. It was a sovereign transformation. All right, that's what we're looking for, folks. From salvation to discipleship. There's a transformation that needs to occur, that you understand there's a job to do and get out there and start doing it. The making was his work. The becoming was his doing. Over 3.5 years, Jesus reshaped their thinking, corrected their pride, dismantled their misunderstandings, and redirected their passions. Their identity shifted from men who caught fish for survival to men who would reach souls for eternity. Their desires were reordered. Their purpose was clarified. Their world was turned upside down. Do you feel your world being turned upside down? with the knowledge and understanding of what discipleship is? I hope so. I hope it's starting to. I hope you're starting to feel that this isn't just a fun little thing we're doing here. There's a work to do, and the the what happens from our work is going to reach throughout time and throughout eternity. Every little thing that you do, and of course, every little thing that you don't do when you know you should be out there. All right, between Matthew 4 and Matthew 28 lies the miracle of transformation. Ordinary men and women, of course, were formed into faithful witnesses. And that transformation was not theoretical, it was practical, visible, costly. They were not merely informed, they were changed. And because they were changed, they were compelled to multiply, meaning compelled to go out and make disciples. So that's part one. We have part two, but I'm going to save that. You can go there today and read them yourselves, but this is an ongoing topic that Pastor Joe was on right now, and I expect we'll see another part or two, hopefully more. The more the better as far as I'm concerned, but go get familiar with disciple to disciple maker. All right, back to you guys. Gotta say goodbye. Gotta say goodbye, everybody. Here I am. All right, that's the week for me. The weekend's coming up. You guys all enjoy your weekend. I hope you'll start participating more with the machine. I need you guys to get on there and start posting yourselves. Create topics. I'm so tired of seeing my face as I scroll through everything. It's just me, 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 me. And that's the last thing that I want. I want to transfer this over to you, and start celebrating what you guys are doing, what you're learning, and how you're getting out there and using the tools to share the good news of the gospel. All right, everybody, have a great day. God bless. We'll see you next time here at God Knows the
Toodles.
Devil with Coffee. Bye.